For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Chris Richardson Show, currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, a big win for you on Saturday over West Virginia Wesleyan, first conference win of the year. Talk about what that win does for you and kind of getting that monkey off your back in conference play.
Yeah, I mean, we needed a win. Conference, otherwise we needed a win because we were coming off just a really, really bad performance against Davis and Elkins. And so Saturday – Saturday was kind of the byproduct of the work and the effort and the attention to detail that the guys had Thursday and Friday. Everybody knew after the game Wednesday night we weren't happy. We weren't happy as a coaching staff, and they weren't happy as a team, and everybody got back to work right after the game, to be honest. We had guys shooting in the gym and had a great meeting with some of our leaders on Thursday, and it was a good couple days of just looking at everything and okay, here's what we're doing well, here's where we can do a lot better, and then got back on the practice court and fixed some things and just kind of reminded everybody of who we are and who we have to be to win games. And so it was good to see us take that from the practice court to the game on Saturday, and was really, really pleased with the way the guys played and more importantly just how together we were from top to bottom.
And your offense was really able to get everyone involved. You had three different guys with 19 or more points. Talk about the offense as a whole and how they were able to work together to put up those 102 points.
Yeah, I mean, we passed the ball really well. We passed the ball at a high level on Saturday. And we do that, we're a pretty good offensive team. When we don't pass the ball, we are not. And so, I'll credit Davis and Elkins because they came out and really, really guarded us, especially in the second half. But we got to be able to run our offense when teams are trying to take away the initial way to get into it. We got to have more poise and composure. And when we do that, and we pass the ball and we get the ball moved side to side, our offense is really efficient. And so when you got guys who can score inside, that commands a lot of attention. And when you got other guys that understand how to play out of that, you can be really good. And that was the case on Saturday. Marcus Johnson was getting trapped, and to his credit, he didn't force anything. He did a great job of just facilitating the offense, finding open shooters, open cutters, nearly had triple-double.
And one guy we've talked about a couple of times on this show, but really burst out in that game was Will Gabbert. 19 points, sets a career high, really efficient from three-point range. Talk about him and what was working for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising when Will doesn't make shots, but it's not discouraging because he's going to continue to work. And he's just this – I've said it a million times, Zach, he's the same guy every day. He's so consistent with who he is, and he's been that way for 3 years since he's been here. He's been that way, as I understand it, for a long time. He comes from a basketball family. The Gabbert family lives and breathes basketball, and he's been a really, really solid piece for us for 3 years, and it's fun to see him continue to put in the work and get results like he did Saturday. And we knew it was just a matter of time before he busted out of the little shooting slump he was in, because he was still in the gym. He wasn't in his head about it. And the other thing about Will, he lives in the weight room, and so we were able to get him the ball inside a little bit and post up some smaller guards and play out of that, and it was good for him to see the first couple of them go in, because that just gave our team that much more energy and confidence offensively.
And with Marcus Johnson, we know about the scoring, but he really stepped up in the other two aspects of the game as well this week. Double-digit rebounds, 9 assists. Talk about that side of the ball and kind of how he was working to be so successful there.
He's just, offensively, he's so good. He's talented, he's skilled, and he's just a complete package. He can shoot, he can handle the ball, he can really pass. As well as he shoots the ball and as well as he scores inside, I think the thing that he does better than anything else is he can really pass. He's got great vision. And he let the game come to him, and he was very patient against their trap. 9 assists, 2 turnovers, and then down the stretch, we were able to get him the ball, and he helped us ice the game away by scoring inside and hitting a couple shots and getting to the free throw line. And so I thought the way that he let the game come to him, even though they were trying to take him away, that was a big part of our success.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, you're entering the final week of the 2023 portion of your MEC schedule this week. The conference really close early on. Talk about this conference early on and what you've kind of seen from everybody.
Yeah, I haven't seen every team yet, just kind of the teams we've played and the teams that they've played, as a result of watching the tape. But it's another banner year for the Mountain East. You got teams up and down the conference slate that are good enough to beat each other on any given night. This week we've got 2 of the teams that were picked in the top 4 of the league in preseason. So West Virginia State's always good. They do a great job defensively of just being disruptive and getting a lot of offense from their defense. Coach Poor has been there since I was a little kid growing up 10 minutes away from their campus. And so, it's going to be a challenge there. And then you got Charleston coming in here on Saturday that, was picked second in the league, and a lot of people picked them first. And so it's a tough week, but that's every week in the Mountain East. There's no off nights, and we got to be ready to go and got the week started off with a good practice.
And looking at this week, 2 tough opponents, as you said. Talk about the preparation and kind of how you're getting ready for this week of action.
Yeah, you got to strike a fine balance between preparing for what they do and sharpening up what you do. And if you're not good at what you do, what they do isn't really going to matter, If you are good at what you do, and then now you can kind of start worrying about, okay, where can they hurt us? What are the things we have to take away? But you always got to focus on your own team first. And so we did a great job just this morning, early Monday morning practice of getting out and fixing ourselves a little bit, just cleaning up some things that hurt us on Saturday and hurt us on Wednesday, and getting ready for what we're going to see a little bit of on Wednesday night.
And finally, talk about how you keep this momentum going. You have 100 points on Saturday. You mentioned a great practice here on Monday morning. How do you just keep things rolling and keep building on these days?
Just keep working. I mean, everybody's energy affects winning or losing. You know what I mean? And I thought we won the game on Saturday before it started because of the energy we had in practice the 2 days before, the approach we had, the ability to be resilient when things did not go our way in the game. There wasn't any panic. There wasn't any finger pointing. There wasn't bad body language. All those things affect winning. And winning really comes down first and foremost to energy. And so we got to have the right energy. And I like the energy that we've started the week with, but we got to keep it going, especially being on the road again Wednesday night. So we're excited for another great week.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.